Hello everybody, in this video we're going to be discussing why we get lucky solves, okay? So you guys might be thinking, oh, I got a PLL skip, or I had fast F2L, which is kind of true, but there's actually something else that causes you to get lucky solves, okay? And specifically PLL skips, okay? I'm going to explain what exactly causes you to get one, okay? For any type of skip, the biggest reason is because the way you solve your F2L kind of determines what your last layer is going to be, because it all has an effect on these pieces, and doing it in a different way will have a different effect on it, which will cause you to get a skip or an easier PLL. I'm going to show you that right here, okay? So I have these two cubes scrambled with the exact same scrambles, and it has the last F2L pair to be solved, which is these two pieces right here, okay? For this one here, we're going to solve it like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide the edge and solve the corner, and then I'm going to do OLL, and it gives us a U-perm. For this one here, instead of hiding the edge, we're going to hide the corner. So we'll hide the corner, insert that, we get this, and we get a PLL skip. So as you can see, that decision on this cube here to solve it by hiding the corner gave me a PLL skip. The main thing that makes your solve really fast is if your move count is low and you don't have a lot of cube rotations, okay? So your decision to do something will help lower cube rotations, okay? So the biggest thing that can lower cube rotation is if you skip OLL or PLL or even both, okay? So basically, it all comes down to your F2L, okay? Which one is better? And that's why we have multi-slotting, where you insert an F2L case differently to make your next case easier. It uses about the same amount of moves, but makes your next F2L case easier. If we were to lay out all the different ways we can solve the F2L pairs, so basically laying them out by solving this one, this one, this one, or this one in every possible order, and then seeing which one has a lower move count, that solution would probably be the most optimal one, okay? So it would be the fastest. But then we also look at the last layer, which one gave us the easiest PLL and OLL, okay? So like a solve with a J-perm, for example, is very fast because J-perms are very easy, but N-perms are a little bit harder to do. So that's what you're going to want to look at. And the one with the least amount of moves in the entire solve will be the fastest one, okay? It is your job to find that solution. Now you can do a similar thing with math, okay? Where you're trying to find the best solution for something, okay? But the difference with math and cubing is that with cubing, you have just fractions of a second to figure that out because you're being timed on it, okay? But when it comes to fewest moves, that's where you're actually trying to figure out which way is has the least amount of moves, okay? But when you're solving the cube for speed, you don't have time to look for that. You just need to work with what you have, and when you do an F2L pair, once you solve it, there's no going back. So you will never know if there is a faster way to solve it. However, there are some things that we can do to lower move count. One of them is to solve F2L cases with low amount of moves, okay? And another thing that we can also do to lower move count is if we learn different last layer variations, we can also lower move count. Like for winner variation, for example, it will save us having to insert the pair and then do an algorithm, and I'll show you the case right now with that. With this case here, for example, if you were to just insert it, you would have this soon right here, okay? And then you'd have to take it back out and do it, okay? It'd be much faster if you just insert it like that. So if we did it the other way, we would probably waste about a half to a full second, you know, that could have been shaved off of your time. Some other things that we can learn are partial edge control, where you insert your last F2L pair a little bit differently to make your OLL better. As we all know, dot OLL cases are by far the worst OLL cases to get, okay? So when you have a pair afterwards, the best thing that you can do is you can insert it with a sledgehammer to orient two of the edges, and then you'll get a case where these two edges are solved, and you'll get a decent OLL. And if you were to get a PLL like this one here, what you can do is you can do CLL or COLL, and you can basically permute the corners while solving your OLL, okay? And what that does is it'll increase your chances of getting a PLL skip. And if you don't get one, you'll have either a U perm, a Z perm, or an H perm, which are pretty fast PLL algorithms. But there is one drawback of that. So some COLL algorithms might be a bit longer, and if you look at it, it might be a little bit better if you had just done OLL normally and then done PLL. Your move count might have been lower. So it's really hard to predict which way is going to be your fastest, but there are a couple precautions and things you can learn that you can take that can help you reduce your move count as best you can. Because your brain is not a computer, and it cannot figure out what the fastest solution on the cube is, because most of us that are really fast probably do it in 50 to 70 moves, and which is a lot. But being able to do it in 20 moves or less, which is the amount of moves that a cube it takes to solve a cube, it would probably make our solves fast, okay? So to sum it all up, the biggest thing that will make us solve lucky is if your move count is low, okay? And it just comes down to how you do things. Your decision to do something causes you to get a skip. So the next time you get a PLL skip in a competition, think of this. Think of the fact that I did this F2L pair this way. Me doing it this way caused the skip. So if anybody said, oh, you just got lucky, well, say this to them, okay? Figure out an F2L pair that you did in that has multiple solutions and say, I chose this solution, so this is why it was fast, okay? Because many F2Ls have many different solutions, okay? This F2L pair, for example, has many solutions. You can hide the edge and pair it up like this, and you can also pair it up like this. Another way you can do this case here is by using a sledgehammer. So I hope this video was interesting and helpful for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. And also another thing, sorry I haven't made a video in quite a while. I was just very busy for finals, but I'm now on summer break and I should be able to put out a lot more videos for you guys, okay? So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video.